gobble, dear.
The way I see it, all synthetic oils are the same.
Oh, think with your dipstick, Jimmy.
All synthetic oils the same?
Think with your dipstick, Jimmy.
Synthetics or synthetics?
Castrol Ledge. I'm gonna try this.
Ow! Now that's thinking with your dipstick.
So why did you hit me?
Because you were thinking with your dipstick, Jimmy.
Hello, this is Uncle Jim, and Jerry's going to be camping next week about an hour away from me. So I told him, hey, maybe me and the son will come and camp overnight with you for one night. And so I'm taking the van. This is my dad's van. GMC Safari van from 1999. And so I'm just doing a little maintenance here, make sure the fluids are right, and I can't get my dipstick out. I can't get my dipstick out, okay, on the transmission. Now I checked the oil, and the oil is perfect. It's a year old, and it needs changing, but it's synthetic. And it's perfect level, no burning of oil, no leakage, so that's good after a year. But I go to check the transmission, and I had to shut the engine down because I couldn't get my dipstick out. So I'm using good old G96 on the O-ring here, which seems to be stuck, and we'll see what happens. I'll give it another soak, and we'll go from there. I've never seen that problem before, ever. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, I gave it about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna try and push it back in and then out. Oh, it came out like butter. All right, we'll start the engine. Good old G96. We'll start the engine and check the transmission oil now. Good old G96, every time, every gun, anything, cars. All right. Looks like we're good to go. All right, so all the fluids check out. And here's another thing. You just can't keep a car clean in Utah. It's impossible. Look at the dust. Look at the dust on the dash. I'm going to have to clean that and put some Armor All on that so the dash doesn't crack. And yeah, there's a ton to do now. Poor thing was neglected. All right. Okay, this is going to be our sleeping quarters for camping. This is the ultimate camping vehicle. You can sleep 2 very comfortably and even get 3 in here. All right. Got to pull the seats out, and everything is a dusty mess. So I checked the side panel here to make sure I have my jumper cables, my tire repair kit, and my safety vest. Oh yes, but look at how dirty everything is. I don't even like this back seat. I want to pull the seats out. I just like it without. Now Uncle John knows I helped him move, and this thing was like a U-Haul van. It held all kinds of stuff. It's a tiny van on the outside, but it's huge on the inside, and it's built off of a truck chassis. And it's all-wheel drive, and this is a beast in the snow. It comes up Devil's Corner like no tomorrow. Probably one of the best handling vehicles in the snow. Part of that could be the tires. We'll talk about that. All right, so here's our cabin for camping. And the mountain lions and bears won't get to you. Sasquatch, I don't know. He could probably break in. All right. All right, this is one of my favorite vehicles of all time. I used to own a GMC 1967, 3 on the tree, 283 GMC. And I wish I had that. They're super collectible now. And I use that as a work truck and really love that van. and I've always had a thing for vans. All right, so let's talk about the tires. All right, I had put Michelin tires on here, the LTX MS Mud and Snow, and I don't think they made them anymore. They're 10 years old and the tread is still good. However, on the inside of the tire is weather cracking, and that tells me that the tire treatment like Armor All or the spray foam actually works, because the outsides are not weather cracked, but the insides are, where I never got to them. And so there you go, tire treatment actually works. Hopefully I get a year or two out of these tires and I got to replace them. All right, let's see how many miles we got on this thing. We got 102,000 miles. And my dad wanted a truck, and I was looking for the exact same van, and he's like, hey, I'll sell it to you. And since my dad passed away, this is very personal to me. And every time I sit in the van and drive it, I think about my dad. And I'm going to run this thing till the wheels fall off, okay? So this VTEC engine, usually they'll go like 350,000 miles if everything else doesn't crap off around it. And so we're pretty good there. The heat gauge went out, typical GM or Chevy. And then the console here, why is this light on? Okay, the console here, the computer, we fixed it once to get it working again so you can read everything, your mileage, your trips, everything. But we got to trick that computer board and kind of tweak it. There's a short in it somewhere. Thank you, GM. Let's see, we got our little thing for your sunglasses and your CD players up here. And then you have all your lights. And it's just like a cabin in an airplane. It really is nice. And this is why I like vans and station wagons from the 60s. They were so practical, everything. And it's super comfy. It's got captain's chairs and lumbar support. The automatic windows, the electric windows, crap out. Thank you, Chevy and GM. But you put aftermarket in. My dad did that probably 30,000 miles ago, and they work forever. So get aftermarket for that. But this thing is a beast in the snow. I would love to lift this thing 6 inches and put taller tires on it. I think it would be like the ultimate camping van. I already have a rack on it, but you could do a safari rack. And this is a monster. I really like it, and I miss my old GMC from '67 because I beat the hell out of that thing. And I drove that in the snow. The engine was right here, a 283 with 3 on the tree, and I just love driving that thing. And this one's super comfy. It's an automatic. Everything else works. We got a disc player here, and my truck, which is a 1990, has the old tape. But all that works. Air conditioning is great, front and back. And the heat works fine. So now I'm going to get, oh man, this is hot to the touch in the Utah sun. I got to get some Armor All on this dash so it doesn't crack. Same with my truck. They are meant. Usually they crack. But if you put Armor All on there, like I showed you with the tires, it actually works. So I'm going to take the air compressor off and detail the inside and blow it all off. And the leaf blower, that's how you do it quick. And then wiper all down and then protectant. And I tell you, it does work. This dash isn't cracked. And if you look at some Utah cars that are older, you got cracked dashes. The awesome thing about this is we had to go over 6 high passes in the mountains to move here. And I loaded this thing to the brigs, and I even had a mini tractor in this thing, and everything got us here. It was awesome. So that's why I'm always going to like vans. They're super practical. Same with station wagons. All right, I guess that's it. Clean up aisle 3. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you want practicability, this is one of them. All right. Until next time.